Thank you, Amber, for joining us today.
Of course, I'm so excited to talk with you.
I am so happy to have you. We are doing Glow by Day is doing a Black History Month History Makers series, highlighting and honoring Black women-owned businesses and brands to help to inspire and learn from, as well as so we learn more about businesses that we can support both this month and beyond. Of course, I'm
Yes.
excited to talk to you because it's always exciting learning about brands that are outside of, I think, what we see a lot of within the beauty space being Black owned and Black women owned, which is super exciting. But um, to have other spaces where we can shop and we can also shop Black owned is really
Yes.
exciting as well. And you are the founder and the creator of Cotier Brand. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes. Cotier Brand. Yep.
Cotier Brand. They offer unique party games and decor kits to help you inspire a vibe and create connections that can make your gatherings unforgettable. And I am obsessed with their products. Amber, along with her husband, Marks, have built this business from scratch while also raising two young kings. And not only can you find the Cotier brand on Amazon with thousands and thousands of 5-star reviews, but you can also find them at Target and Target.com. So I am so excited to have you. I want to first start by just asking when and why did you start your business?
Yeah. So my husband and I, Marks, we started Cotier Brand in 2017. Growing up, I grew up in a house of entrepreneurs. I don't know if you knew this, Renee, but both of my parents are musicians. So my dad plays the drums full time. He still does that. Has never really worked corporate in his life. And my mom, she's a jazz singer. And so my parents, side note, but my parents have such a cute love story, how they met each other on
So
set.
cool.
Yeah, and all of that. And so I just grew up in a household full of two people who didn't go to work and who didn't have like a traditional 9 to 5. So like it was normal for me to like just to live in that, right?
Right.
And so me and my husband starting Cotier Brand really felt natural, having like a family business because that's what I grew up doing. So we launched in 2017. Our first party product was launched in 2018. In terms of like why we started the brand, it really started from a point of me just, like I said, I've always like, I grew up around entrepreneurs. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just never knew like what I actually wanted to do, but I know I just had something to give. And so when my first son was born, it was a really great opportunity to kind of, because it gave me the opportunity to like, wow, I really want to like take control of my time. And I really felt like now is the time to be an entrepreneur. And so we were just always kind of thinking of ideas, looking for inspiration. And one day we were just shopping online and we came across baby shower game products. And I was like, you know what? I feel like nobody has done anything here yet. Like we always play like the don't say baby, you know what I mean, with the safety pin, and we do the measuring the mommy's belly. And like we've all played these games for years, but it's just like there's been no innovation in this space. And so my husband and I, we created Did Baby Poopy, which is still our best seller. That's actually the product that helped us launch into Target because it just people love it. It's amazing. And if you guys go check it out, it's just a really simple baby shower scratch off game where you're scratching to find poop.
and so, it's called Did Baby Poopy.
Did Baby Poopy. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And it's like you said, it's unique, which so many of the showers I've been to, it's literally the same games for the past like 10 years.
Yes.
And so this is a way to just really shake it up, get people involved and get people excited again, because now people don't even want to play games because it was the same games over and over again. Yes. So I love it.
Thank you. So so that's what started the business. And from there, like once Did Baby Poopy started gaining some momentum, we realized like, I think we have something special here. This isn't just a side hustle. I think we really should like put a brand behind this. And so since then, we've just been creating really just tons of fun and unique products. This year, we have a lot of products in the pipeline. Like the brand is really going to grow and explode. And I can't wait till we get off, because I'm going to tell you some of these party ideas I have. But like, just like you said, like with baby showers, bridal showers, even adult birthday parties, like we just need some more games, you know? And so we're just excited to just shake up the space.
I love it. I love it. I love the fact that you said that you started with a product first, because you saw that void and you really weren't even thinking about it as a business yet, or more so like a brand, and it evolved into a brand, because that's similar to how Glow by Daye got started as well. Who would you say is your biggest inspiration, either is or was?
Yeah, I guess I kind of gave it away with my parents. Just growing up in a household where you created your own opportunity, you put the food on the table, you know what I mean? And just seeing, and you know, it wasn't all like glitz and glamour. Like there were some low points, you know, where we couldn't go out to eat, or we couldn't do certain things, or go to certain summer camps because, hey, this is a slow month with gigs, you know?
Right.
So just kind of seeing the ebbs and flows of entrepreneurship, but then also seeing like how it keeps a family together when you're working together and you have like a single vision. And just also seeing that flexibility, like you just feel so empowered when you can make your own opportunity and make your own money. And so even today, my parents are still working together and they've created even more businesses. And so I just continue to look at them as, you know, my Black inspiration.
What would you say has been your biggest achievement thus far?
I would say getting our products into Target, on Target.com. Like, you know, sometimes where you're like, am I good enough? You know? And so when that happened, it was just like, wow, like my products are, like people really enjoy my products, you know? And like,
that's amazing.
Even someone as big as Target, it was validation for us. And it was like a really big moment. And hopefully one day we can be in the stores. Right now we are a Target online exclusive, but one of our biggest dreams is to be one of the first Black-owned party brands in Target. So watch out.
That's what we mean, history makers. That is amazing. And that's a true testament to what you've built even before Target came to you all, and to show like the people want it. And so now we can be able to offer it in a massive, on a mass scale. So that is such an amazing achievement. And I'm just so excited for you guys, because it's really just the beginning. Like you could think about all the different ways that people, the way they plan to be able to have that option, you know, at Party City and all these different outlets that people turn to. And like, especially people like me, where it's like last minute and I'm like, I need something this weekend and it's Friday, like, please. So yes, that is a huge achievement. And it's so funny because it's such a big achievement, but it's still so early on in you guys' journey. So that's so exciting. What's one of the biggest challenges, or what's one of the challenges that you've had to overcome, and like walk us through how you've gotten through that?
Yeah. I would say my biggest challenge is just feeling like I'm good enough, like staying encouraged, you know, because a lot of times we're told like, sometimes it's not even that you're not told, it's just seeing a lack of representation. Like when we were, I feel so old saying this, but like when we were growing up, like, you know, I'm a 90s baby. So like growing up, it's like our idols were like people like Oprah Winfrey and, you know, entertainers. But at that time, like the whole entrepreneurship thing that's happening right now online, it wasn't that big back then when we were growing up. And so there weren't really a lot of examples of like Black women doing very well in business. And so, and even now too, you still sometimes have to kind of search around. And for me, it's always just been like, you know, am I good enough? And when you attend conferences or go different places, or you see certain people being highlighted, or, you know, getting funding, and you don't see people that look like you, you're constantly like, you know what I mean? Sometimes comparing yourself. And so one of my biggest journeys personally is just really believing in my own value, you know, and like just trusting God through this journey and just having confidence. And I wouldn't say that I'm 100% there, but I would say that I'm a lot more confident and a lot more self-assured than I was, you know, in 2017, 2018, when we were just, you know, starting our journey. And so one of the biggest things too is like knowing that you're making a difference, like with Glow by Day, right? Like you're literally changing people's lives because our crown is our glory. And so when we're protecting our hair, we're caring for ourselves, it's like, it makes you feel like a queen in your own right. You know, it's like, I'm worth the time and the effort. You know, I feel like I'm tearing up, you know, but like, it's really important. And the same thing with,
Right.
and the same thing with celebrations. Like we've gotten stories of like, oh my God, like we've been trying to like have a baby for years. And we just, and it's just like, this isn't like a normal baby shower. You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
you don't understand, you
Yeah.
don't understand like how much it means to us that we can all come together and like actually celebrate this. So, and then people having like miscarriages. So like just knowing that like your products are like making a difference too, also like builds up your confidence. Or someone that's like, hey, I've been waiting for a long time for my husband, you know, and then it finally happens, and then, you know, you're celebrating with our mimosa bar kit or our new bridal shower games. So that has helped me a lot too, just like knowing that like I'm making a difference. And I'm not just selling little baby shower scratch off games or
Right.
decorations. It's like, no, like I need to it's just like knowing like you're making a difference like in these big moments in people's lives. So
Well,
yeah.
that's one of my favorite parts about I feel like your brand in general is that your mission, your whole mission is really to like connect people in a
Yeah.
deeper way, especially when you are at these gatherings where sometimes it can feel stiff if you don't know a lot of people there. And one of my favorite brands of you, or one of my favorite products in the line right now, is the Convocans,
Yes.
because it really allows conversations to start and icebreakers to happen in a, and the way, just the idea of itself, just being that it's on napkins, was just like just mind blowing, and just so simple, but yet
Yeah.
so innovative. And I
Thank
just
you.
love the way that it really does allow you to kind of connect with those people that you may or may not know at these different functions. Because especially as we re-enter the world in a new way, I think a lot of social anxiety is happening
Yeah.
when going to different events, where it's like people are just like, do I still know how to interact? Like, you know, like there's different layers to what this pandemic put us through. And so I feel like the Cotier brand is really focused on, you know, bridging that gap and bringing people back together and making it fun and enjoyable, so it's not just like the same mundane things that we've
Yes.
seen. So it's like really sparking a new way to celebrate, and just an exciting layer on top of planning and going to someone's event. So I love it. I love, and that's one of the biggest things, if you can kind of continue to tap into what you're like really bringing, not just the product, but what you're really bringing and what your true intention is. Like, that's dope. Like, I love the fact that you mentioned that that was a part of getting you through those moments of insecurity or doubt, whatever it might be. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Oh, thank you. You're so
So
sweet.
what is one mantra that you keep in your mind, to just help you keep going in those times?
Yeah. So there's a scripture in Isaiah that goes like, he will keep you in perfect peace whose eyes are stayed on him because he trusts him. And so whenever I'm going through ups and downs emotionally, or like 2020 was a really rough year for our brand because it's the pandemic, right? So
Right.
everybody was encouraged to like not gather and not get together. And that definitely had an effect on our company. And so like getting through that really hard year, I really had to like lean hard just on God, you know, just for my emotional and stability, my mental stability, and just physically as well. Because when you're, you know, when your company's suffering or things aren't going well, or, you know, just 2020 was crazy. That was just crazy. It wasn't just a pandemic, Renee. Like it wasn't just a pandemic. We had the
No,
election,
I
and then
know, I
we had
know.
George
Yeah, I
Floyd.
was
Like
there.
it's like by the end of the year, I was like, "Are we done? Like, are we done?"
Right. It was just like, can we just see a brighter day? Can we just see a brighter day? And in 2021, I felt like we still had residual, even though we were thinking we were coming out of it, but it's still. But yeah, 2020 was definitely a tough one.
So tough. But yeah, that's how I get through.
I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much, Amber Success. I mean, with the last name like Success, I mean, you were born into it. Like, what else can you do?
Pressure, not gonna lie.
I know. It's just like, what else can you do? I'm already successful. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I know you will definitely be an inspiration to so many. And I just love hearing your story. I love hearing more about the Cotier brand and just how you guys have been able to achieve so much in such a little amount of time. And I am just so happy to know you and to be a part of your tribe. And everybody, we will be posting or we will be tagging Cotier Brand below. So please go and shop with them either on Amazon and also Target.com because your events needed, period. Thanks again so much, Amber.
Of course. I love this.